So that are the harmful byproducts when you try to burn the fuel, as we saw, wood or coal. Um, when there are certain unremain portions of the fuel, like coal or wood, when we breathe in such air, we get asthma. Then if there is a piece of charcoal, and if the piece of charcoal that is not completely burned, it forms carbon monoxide, which is a poisonous gas, and even people may die. You might have observed that જ્યારે કોઈ મોટા બિલ્ડિંગ્સમાં આગ લાગે, so what happens is they say that never try to get the smoke coming up from the fire. Fire થી તમને શું થશે? Burns થઈ જશે. But the smoke that arises out of fire because of the wood or the coal, that is very poisonous. એ આપણા અગર લંગ્સમાં જતું રહે તો it can take our lives. So carbon monoxide is again a product, harmful product from the burning of fuel. If there is a full combustion, we get carbon dioxide, CO2, which is responsible for global warming, the greenhouse effect. So again, that is a harmful product. There are certain petroleum products, like when we burn them, we get sulfur dioxide or nitrogen oxides. So again, this causes acidic property in the clouds, and when such a rain happens on our land, it creates an acid rain. And when there is acid rain, it increases the barrenness of the soil. આપણી જે જમીન હોય જ્યાં આગળ farmers લોકો ખેતી કરે છે, ત્યાં આગળ આ acid water અંદર જો આવે તો સોઇલનું acidic amount વધી જાય. So we have to again add certain fertilizers, chemicals to make it neutral. As we studied, acidic હોય એમાં થોડુંક basic part add કરો તો શું થઈ જાય? Neutral થઈ જાય. But અગર એવું આપણે ના કરીએ તો જે plants, already existing plants છે, એને એ લોકો affect કરે. So these are some of the harmful products which we obtain by burning the fuels. So it is advisable to use the fuels very efficiently. જ્યારે જરૂર હોય ત્યારે જ use કરો. These days we have the CNG gas. CNG gas is very maybe cheaper as compared to petrols and diesels. હા, થોડીક તમારી power raise, જે acceleration મળે એ ઓછું મળે maybe, but it is cheaper. Again, it pollutes the environment less, very much less as compared to petroleum and diesels. So it is more advisable to use such products. So that is all about this chapter. Let us have a look at the keywords that we have discussed so far. So we have acid rain. We just discussed acid rain. It happens because of the presence of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides in the atmosphere. Why are they produced? Because we burn certain fuels like petroleums, products like diesel, petrol, etc. So they give rise to such non-metallic oxides which are acidic in nature. They are soluble in water. So ઉપર જે water vapor હોય clouds માં, they get mixed with the water vapor, and when such a rain happens, that rain is called acid rain. What is calorific value? Calorific value is the amount of heat energy that is obtained on burning 1 kg of a fuel. Combustion, we know the chemical process when a substance reacts with oxygen and releases heat is called combustion. Deforestation, what we know is in certain villages we are still using wood as our fuel because it is cheap, it is available. The trees આપણા જે હોય એમાંથી wood available થઈ જાય, but જીવતા trees ને તો આપણે wood માં use ના કરી શકીએ. So what we have to do is we have to cut down the trees. 8 trees cut karo, then there are lot of other peoples in a village. Everyone says I also need a wood, I also need a piece of wood. So when all these people start to cut the woods, there were lots of forest which got entirely barren. એમાં જેટલા trees હતા બધા કાપી નાખ્યા. This process is called deforestation. Forestation is જે આપણે plants વાવીએ and we create a forest. Deforestation is totally opposite to that. What is explosion? Is a type of combustion. We know there are 3 types of combustion. So the explosion means like firecrackers. When we burn them, they produce heat, light, and there is lot of smoke. So such type of combustion is called explosion. Then we have flame. What is flame? So there are certain substances which vaporize on getting heat. So when such substances are burned, we get a flame. Examples are wax, petrol, diesel, kerosene. So when we try to burn them, we get a flame. Fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher are such things that are used to stop the fire. Like we have a carbon dioxide cylinder, the red cylinder, which is used to extinguish the fire. Fuel is anything which we use for combustion is called fuel. Suppose we are lighting up a paper is a fuel. We are using petrol or diesel in our engines, in our cars or scooters, they are fuel. If we light a candle, wax is the fuel. If we burn a piece of charcoal, carbon is the fuel. What is fuel efficiency? It is nothing but the efficiency of a fuel. जैसे आपने कोई क्रिकेट रमते होए, so what do we do? What is his average? So we may find like Sachin's batting average is like around 45. Virat Kohli's average is around 60. So what we can say is these guys are very consistent. They will perform much better as compared to other cricketers. Similar thing happens in a fuel efficiency. What is fuel efficiency? There are different types of fuels. As we saw at each fuel has a different calorific value. Direct fuel ની calorific value અલગ હોય. But when we burn certain fuels, there are certain fuels that have lots of unburnt components. There are fuels which burn completely, like the example of butane. આપણે જ્યારે butane ની flame ઘરમાં gas પર કરીએ, so it burns completely. એમાં કોઈ remaining parts નથી રહેતા. So I can say that fuel is much effective as compared to fuel like wood or coal. કે wood અથવા coal આપણે burn કરીએ, so we have a lot of remaining material which gets polluted in the air. So I can say the fuel efficiency is the measure of calorific value of a fuel. કે જેની measure સારું હોય, that is more efficient fuel. Global warming. Again, carbon dioxide is a gas responsible for global warming. What happens is the entire temperature of the earth has risen to 2 to 3 degrees for last 5 to 6 years. The reason is because we have lots of gases which are exhausted from the vehicles like scooters or cars. હરેક કે પાસ આપણી પાસે બધાની જોડે કાર્સ હોય છે, બધા જોડે સ્કૂટર્સ હોય છે. આપણે ક્યાં કંઈથી ઘરેથી બહાર બી જવું હોય તો we do not use cycle, we do not use our legs, we use a scooter, we use a motorcycle, we use a bike, we use a car. So all these things creates a lot of pollutants. When these gases like carbon dioxide gases are mixed in the air, it has a tendency to absorb heat. Carbon dioxide gas ની tendency શું છે? It absorbs the heat. એટલે જે સનલાઇટ આવે એ બધી હીટ કાર્બન ડાયોક્સાઇડ ગેસ એક્યુમ્યુલેટ કરી દે અને આપણું જે ટેમ્પરેચર છે એ બહુ વધી જાય. વી માઇટ હેવ ઓબ્ઝર્વ ધેટ ફોર પાસ્ટ 2 to 3 years જે સમર્સ આવે કેટલા બધા ગરમ હોય છે. Just ask your parents like 5 to 10 years ago, were the summers this hot? No. Okay, no doubt summer are usually hot, but the temperature that we get in summer is around 45-50 degrees Celsius. That is because of the global warming. What is an ideal fuel? Ideal fuel is such a fuel that is very cheap, that has very high efficiency, that has very high calorific value, and that has no unburnt particles when we burn the fuel. Such a fuel is called an ideal fuel. Ignition temperature, the minimum temperature at which a substance starts burning is called ignition temperature. And inflammable substances, the substances which are highly flammable, whose ignition temperature is relatively low, they get fired up very easily, are called inflammable. For example, natural gas, CNG, petrol, diesel, kerosene, alcohol, all these are examples of inflammable substances. So that is it about the 6th chapter. This video might get a bit longer, I know, but the thing is we do not have much time to complete all the chapters, remaining chapters, because we have one video every 2 days. So I try to cover as much as I can. I'll make sure that the duration of a video does not exceed more than 1 hour. So please keep that in mind and let us try to complete our remaining syllabus. So that's it about the 6th chapter. Take care and see you soon. Goodbye.